boys and girls, welcome back to virtual art class. This week we are going to be talking about pumpkins. Now we are in a very special time of year where pumpkins are everywhere. They're in our grocery stores, maybe they're on your doorstep for Halloween. They are absolutely everywhere, but we are going to be drawing a very special type of pumpkin today, and we are going to be learning about an artist who was famous for her pumpkins. Now, this is one that you're probably familiar with. It's just a plain old pumpkin. You know, it's got a little vine from the pumpkin patch. Now, I'm going to be showing you kind of what we're going to be drawing today, okay? Now, I want you to flip over and look at this absolutely crazy pumpkin I have drawn for us today. Now, this pumpkin is drawn in the style of a very famous Japanese artist, Yayoi Kusama. That's going to be a bit of a tongue twister. I'll say that one more time. Yayoi Kusama. Now, she is from an artist from Japan, and she is still alive today, okay? Now, she is famous for covering all sorts of things in dots, different sizes of dots. Now, I've covered our pumpkin here, and it looks a little bit funky, but what we're going to do is we are going to pause right here, and we are going to jump over to our book for today, which is Yayoi Kusama Covered Everything in Dots and Wasn't Sorry. Now, this is a great book that kind of talks about our artist, and we can learn a little bit more before we get started with our drawing today. All right, so if you're watching it with me right now, I want you to pause and hop over to that video, all right? I'm going to change up and get ready for our drawing, okay? All right. All right, boys and girls, welcome back. It is time to draw our Kusama-inspired pumpkin. Now, hers are a little bit funky, but just follow along with me at home and you'll be okay. So, I think the first thing that we're gonna do is, why don't I turn this paper side to side instead of upside down? That way I can have more space. Because this pumpkin is kind of gonna go long ways rather than really tall. So the first thing you're gonna do is move this down just a hair. Okay. So the first thing you're gonna do is I'm gonna start towards the middle of my paper, and I'm gonna draw a little upside down U shape, just like that. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go directly under it, move down more towards the bottom of your paper, and do more of a bigger U shape, like that. They should be almost directly across from each other. I forgot that word for a second, but directly across from each other. The top part is going to be a little bit smaller than the bottom part. The bottom part needs to be a little bit bigger because that is the base. Now, once you have these two little curved lines right here, you're going to connect them. So what you're going to do is I'm going to start here at the C shape, and I'm going to go in, out. Same on this side, in, out. So what you kind of end up with your first shape is almost like a little peanut shape. It's kind of curved, a little bit small at the top, a little bit bigger at the bottom. Okay, this is going to be the middle part of our pumpkin. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to hop over it on the top and do the same little C shape. And I'm going to do it on the other side, just like that. I'm going to have two little lines right next to the peanut shape I just did. And I'm going to go down and do kind of the same big U shape down here connected. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to kind of move over and move over. There we go. All right, time to do the same thing. We only have to do one side this time because we don't have to draw it on the inside. What we're going to do is connect these 2 points right here. In, out, connect. In, out, connect. There we go. So now at this point you should have 3 little shapes right next to each other. All right, we're gonna do this pattern one more time. I'm gonna hop over to the last little part and add 2 little curved lines and go down to the bottom and 2 big curved lines at the bottom. And now it's time to connect them one last time. In, out, in, out. Okay, Now, this is the base of our pumpkin right here. So what you're gonna do now is, I have to move my little clamp over a little bit. All right, is we need to draw the stem. You can tell the difference between the two. I'm gonna use a green color. You should be doing all of this in pencil, by the way, in case you mess up before you start coloring. That way, if you make a mistake, you can erase it. All right, I'm gonna go in on the top right here and kind of draw me a little stem. Nice and thick. It doesn't really matter what this part looks like, but that's how you kind of know it's a pumpkin, is it needs to have this little stem at the top. If you want to draw it just a little basic rectangle or a square, you can. I kind of make it like a little flag shape almost. All right, so this is the basic outline done. Now it is time to add the polka dots. So what I'm gonna let you do is, I'm gonna let you color it any colors you want. It doesn't have to be orange, even though it is a pumpkin. You can use any colors you want to, but you have to use polka dots. They need to be different sizes, and they need to cover the whole pumpkin, okay? Now, if I was gonna do this with, here, I'll use this color right here. I would start off drawing the dots first. So what I would kind of do is kind of map out where I wanted them. So I'm gonna start, and see how we've broken our pumpkin into little sections? I'm gonna just do it a section at a time. So I'm gonna go over here, and I'm just gonna start adding some dots. Some bigger, some smaller. See, I already picked up a purple, so this is probably gonna be a purple pumpkin. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, this part is gonna take the longest, is adding the little dots all over it. But it's gonna look really cool in the end. So this will definitely be the longest part of it, but it will be so worth it. So I'm just gonna do this little section right here. And you see how they're all different sizes, and I've spread them out? That's what you need to do, okay? All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hop off for a second, and I'm gonna color my pumpkin off camera, and then I will be back for the big reveal, okay? All right, I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, quite a while later, and I have finally finished coloring, and I think it's gonna be really worth it when you guys see the final product. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Okay, so this is my Kusama inspired pumpkin. Now, boys and girls, this project does take a little longer, but it is totally worth it in the end, and you have this crazy little polka dot pumpkin. I decided to do purple polka dots with an orange pumpkin. Now you can do any colors you want to, it really doesn't matter. Yayoi Kusama painted a bunch of different colors on her pumpkins. She really liked the colors of yellow and black together, which I think is very, very nice. All right, we are all done. Congratulations, you have finished your project for this week. Give yourself a little round of applause. All right, boys and girls, just a quick reminder to save everything that you make for me, because everything you make is important. And remember to take a picture of your work and post it onto Schoology so I can see it, okay? All right, thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you next week. Bye!